Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is another review for The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 15, Episode 7, Keeping It Gucci. Drew. And that deep sighs because I'm over it. Kind of over it. Kind of over this. Kind of over it. Kind of over it. I'm just... Anyway. I have so much more fun reviewing scripted television than I do reality TV. Anyway, Drew, she meets with a video director. She's going to be shooting a music video for her song that that Ralph produced and all that. I forgot the name of it. You already know. Anyway, she gonna be doing a roller skate scene, so she gonna have the ladies come in and do that. The director asked about Ralph and what's his body looking like. Is he ready to even be in a music video? Cause he want somebody real bodied. He want Michael B. Jordan in the thing. So he's like, if we can't find nobody, we can certainly cast somebody for the job. They talk about their marriage and how she say they doing good, child. She say they coming up on 8 years. And he tells her that he's been married for 27 years. And he's like, listen, if y'all make it past this 8th year, it's up. Well, this one, that one didn't age well. That statement didn't age well. Because they absolutely did not go up from there. Anyway, Sonya, she meets with Sheree for some cryotherapy. Once again, the producers don't mind shading Candy because we just got to throw in some Candy shade at some point. Sonya congratulates Sheree. Well, not congratulates, but she kind of mentions that Rihanna said something about She by Sheree on Twitter, and so whatever. Now she I guess that's a eat your heart out moment. That lady don't care. Candy don't care. She don't care. They're going to put up her speak on it where she was, saying whatever she was saying about She by Sheree, questioning its existence or whatever. They showed us that, and I guess that's just a look at me now moment. I don't know. Anyway, I ain't seen Rihanna wearing it. So, and let me move on. They get started on their little activity when they sit down or whatever to warm up. Sonya shares that Ross has been away. He's been working out of town. She hopes that he can, be home a lot more, especially since they're trying to make a baby. They talk about Courtney's event. Sonya doesn't understand why Kenya, Drew, and Monietta, left when Candy left. She don't like that the group is divided. Sheree says she thinks that she should plan something. Let's make sure we Gucci, and that's what I'm gonna call it. Let's make sure we Gucci. And they have a whole, a nice little key, as if Sheree didn't have this cooked up and planned prior to production. Girl, you already planned this. And that's what we'll call it. You knew you wanted to have your Gucci event. Stop playing. Anyway, they high five on it. And Sonya says before this, she would like to get together with Candy. She thinks that the information brought back to Candy was brought back with a little salt on it, by Drew and Kenya. So she thinks that she needs to sit down with Candy. Marlo meets Courtney for drinks. Marlo, she talks about having a date. It's going to be a blind date. Courtney says her love life is complicated. Marlo brought her there, to thank her, for what she's done behind the scenes concerning her getting her record expunged and all of that. Because she's like, none of these ladies have done that for me. Girl. And none of them would have, because why would they? You've not given them a reason to do something nice for you. You haven't given anybody any reason to extend themselves like that for you. Girl, what? Anyway, she's also here, there to apologize, because the event kind of went left because of her. And oh, sorry, y'all. I ain't supposed to be yawning. See, that's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about reviewing reality TV. It's just yawn. Marlo's issue with Kandi was that she was hurt. She's very hurt by the fact that she lost her nephew, and her friend for many years didn't really give her nothing. Didn't give her any emotion towards it, any empathy, none of that. Not a card, no flowers, nothing. And she's just like, she's kind of done with it because Candy's not really going to understand anyway. They changed the subject, of course, to Sheree's Gucci party, and of course they both got invites. Now over there with Kandi and Sonya, they also meet up, and Candy's talking about, the fact I was just on a high from getting my many awards, and I had to come up in here with y'all heifers. Y'all brought me back down to the ghetto. She don't appreciate none of that, She like, listen, you and your girlfriends, you and your girls. She feel like Sonya be straddling the fence a little bit. Sonya just feels like she's friends with Marlo, and it shouldn't matter to the rest of the girls, if she's friends with Marlo, it shouldn't affect her relationship with the rest of the girls. She would rather it didn't. It does, but she would rather it did not. She says that, as a group that they need to stop drawing that line in the sand. It shouldn't be divided, all that. Kandi gets choked up, when talking about this whole Marlo situation. And she's just saying she's not the sentimental friend. I'm just not that girl. She says she lost her brother when she was 15, and so she is completely desensitized, honestly. She's learned to just push past it. She's not the sentimental friend. She's not going to sit up and cry with you. It's just not happening. They also changed the subject to Sheree's, invite. They read it out loud and everything. They'll all be there, They'll all be there. Anyway. Drew, she's in rehearsal. We see that she's in rehearsal for her video, Ralph. First they tell him he ain't in the video. Then they tell him he back in the video because the dude that's supposed to do it ended up being double booking himself, and so he won't be available. And so, Ralph, you're back in. They do a little, it's very cringe, whole thing. Very cringe. Kenya, she has a doctor appointment. Kenya in there, girl. You know good and doggone well you ain't carrying another baby. But I guess this is good for TV. I guess this is good for TV. She asked the doctor if she can have another baby. She wants Brooklyn to have a playmate. She has the embryos that she saved and everything, which of course would be the product of she and Mark. And, it's like, you want to have more kids with him? But then again, she's like, I ain't trying to have multiple baby daddies either. She got a lot of options to weigh. Carrying the child is not an option though, because her cesarean with Brooklyn was very traumatic for everybody involved. Her doctor says it was the worst that she's ever witnessed. And so almost losing her, I don't think that you need to be trying to carry a baby. Now you can go get you a surrogate, there's adoption, all of those things, but you carrying another baby, I don't know. We didn't know if Brooklyn was going to get here full term. So it would behoove you not to play around with your health. Don't put your health at risk. Anyway, her doctor, like I said, runs down all the risks. The risks are very high. Abort mission, Kenya. Let's not go down that road. Sheree's Gucci event. So everybody shows up in their Gucci. Kenya, she got a Chanel bag, and they like, now girl, where your Gucci? She say her outfit Gucci. Marlo reads everybody because that's just what she does. Talking about Kandi. What she say Kandi looked like she was going to do? She said Kandi, what she say, delivering mail, delivering packages? She said something real shady about Candy's a carpenter. I can't even remember now, but it was real shady. It was real shady. Talking about her Gucci outfit. Marlo looked nice though, but we all knew Marlo was gonna come with what she was gonna come with. You know, we knew, we should have known. If you attaching labels to it, she got it. She got it, and she got plenty of it. Anyway, Sheree, she takes the floor. I'm not gonna cry. I just don't understand why I don't like that we're like ladies that we just can't get along, and I was really sitting looking at my TV like, is she really pretending to cry about this? Is it that serious? I'm not gonna cry, but then please don't cry. Please don't cry. It's nothing to cry about. Sheree, it ain't nothing to cry about, but she's sitting up crying. She just don't understand why they can't get along, this, that, and the third. You know, she loves each of them. Candy and Courtney end up clearing the air. Then Science says she want to go next. She addresses Kenya. She feels that their friendship, you know, things aren't reciprocated. And Kenya's like, girl, I just don't trust you like that. The way you flip-flop, girl, I don't know where your loyalties lie. You know, you're getting on Watch What Happens Live telling people my booty fake. Now, Kenya. That's the hill you dying on. Because, girl, at this point, the jig is up. And it's just gone. It's just time to just go on and come clean. Anyway, Marlo, she starts to speak, and of course, you know, I'm a victim, and I was just coming from a genuine place, and Candy's like, girl, you ain't being genuine. Ain't nothing about this. This is bullshit. You know, they all call bullshit, and start cutting her off. She can't get a word in. So she gets up to leave. Of course, they out there. Sheree go run after her. So they out there in the parking lot while the other ladies are inside discussing Marlo's constant manipulation. Sheree, they end up coming back in. She and Marlo, and she asks Kenya, you know, can you please let them speak, let them talk it out without interruption. Kenya agrees. Marlo rehashes yet again that she felt like she wasn't supported by Candy, all of that. Candy, Sonya tries to jump in, like interject and explain it one more time. And Candy is like, girl, I don't need you to be this girl's lawyer. I do not need that. I need you just not get involved, you know? Candy's, this is where Candy at with it. Fuck you and them flowers. That's where I'm at with it. Fuck you and your flowers. There's another conversation that gets nowhere. I feel like, and maybe it's just me, I cannot be the only person reviewing this show that feels like I have completely lost brain cells just talking about the foolishness. Because it's so trivial and just not important. It's not even, it's just nothing worth talking about. Like, there's no way to drag this video any further than the 13 minutes that I've been sitting here. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.